I'm with Tara Elder, and Tara is the director of the Irvington Halloween Festival. And Tara, thanks for joining us and talking about the festival.
My pleasure.
Well, the festival, this is the 69th annual festival. What has made it possible for this festival to persevere over time? Because we've seen so many events in other communities, they succeed, they fail, but Irvington's been special.
It is absolutely everything having to do with the community. And the community really based on sponsorship from the businesses, the volunteer base. We have over 200 volunteer positions that are filled every year. And people are so passionate about this. And in fact, sometimes it's almost harder to figure out how can we best apply someone's talents and skills that they want to volunteer and put them to good use versus even having to knock on doors and say, everybody come out and apply or come out and interview.
Well, the situation with the festival, I mean, we talk about community, it's kind of difficult to define that right now because it started as Irvington neighborhood and now it's grown into something so much bigger.
Absolutely. It's doubled in size every year over the past 3 years. So even 4 or 5 years ago, it was really an Irvington community event. And now it truly is becoming a citywide event. And it's the longest running Halloween festival in the nation. So people are just really excited about Halloween, really all over the city, but a lot of people say that they moved to Irvington, a lot of it because of this, or maybe they didn't know that Irvington was the community it is until they come to the festival and then decide to stay.
I think that's a good point because we talk about the festival itself, but when you look at the neighborhood, you can see how invested people are in this, in the festival and Halloween in general.
Absolutely. We have a house decorating contest and people go all out for their houses and the scarecrow decorating. I mean, people just really want to show their creativity through Halloween.
Well, you mentioned the home decorating component, but there are a number of other events that are going on over the week, some that are rich in tradition and others that are new, and I wonder if you could speak to how those events have evolved and the highlights of the festival.
Well, family is really what this is mostly about, and every event that involves children is free. So, for example, we do window painting. So behind you there are windows on the businesses along the Washington corridor here. That has been a tradition since the beginning, and that's something that's gone on year after year. We've got 800 windows now. The families come, sign up in our local library, and then they pick out their windows. Some families for years and years and years have done the same block of windows, and just through generations. Now parents are going through with their kids that they did it when they were younger, and even grandparents that did it when they were younger.
Well, what are some of the events that happened earlier in the week?
So earlier in the week we had a pumpkin carving contest, a scholarship pageant. We also had a masquerade ball. It sold out really quickly. And then we had a puppet show and in our historic Irving Theater. And tonight we're actually going to have a zombie bike ride.
So when we look at Friday and Saturday, you have an event on Friday, but Saturday really is the big day of the festival.
Yes, it is. And so every year it's the last Saturday in October, and then that determines when we have all of our other events leading up to the street fair. So the street fair is from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we've got 230 vendors. Last year we had an estimated 30,000 people come out, and this year it's actually on Halloween, which only happens, every 6 years or so. So we can only estimate that it's going to be much larger. And then even before the street fair is our Pleasant Run, which is a run through the streets of Irvington. So you get to see the leaves changing. It's one of the few residential runs in the city, and it's also a great taper run. Some people do it before their monumental marathon, and so it's a 5-miler.
Well, so the parade that, if you look, I was looking at the history and it talked about a children's parade, and you talk about something that's part of that tradition that's evolved. The parade is something very special and unique.
It is, and it wraps up all of our festivities. That is the last part of the Irvington Halloween Festival. So it is a pedestrian parade, and it is children, but it's adults, it's pets. I mean, if you love people watching, that is the time to come out. It starts at 4 o'clock every year to end the festival, and everybody just walks down the street, shows off their costumes, and it's just really a pleasure to watch.
Well, speaking of costumes, Halloween, what are you planning to dress up as?
As the Halloween Festival director. I do not, I put it on, and now We really just don't even have time to focus on ourselves, some of us. So this is my uniform. This is what you'll see me in.
Well, Tara, thank you so much for joining us and sharing about the festival, and we look forward to seeing what happens this year and next.
Thank you.